Hey everybody, it's Dan with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be TMS and nutrition. Somebody posed a question to me and asked me to talk about it. So I'm going to do that today. Before we do, we'll just take a couple of nice deep breaths. Getting a lot of feedback. A couple of people are like, you don't need to do the breathing thing. I just fast forward through it. Other people are saying, no, I really like it. So we'll do a little bit of that, or at least I will remind you to get yourself into a very nice, relaxed state so you can listen to the message, but also because it's really great for us to take a pause, take a breath, and relax, right? Because that sends a very strong signal to the brain that we're actually okay, we're safe. We don't have to be all tense and anxious all the time. So, TMS and nutrition. Somebody said, can you do a video on TMS and nutrition and how they relate, if they relate? And my immediate response is, nutrition is not the way out of chronic pain or chronic symptoms. I'm not suggesting it is not valuable. I do believe what we eat matters. I do believe that physiology matters. But if you've got chronic pain, fibromyalgia, gastrointestinal problems, food sensitivities, chronic headaches, whatever it may be, I really don't believe nutrition is the way out, right? There's tons and tons and tons of people, myself included, who were able to end years, and in my case over a decade worth of chronic pain without doing a darn bit with my nutrition, right? And I'm able to keep chronic pain away despite the fact that my nutrition kind of ebbs and flows. Sometimes I do well, I exercise, I eat well, I lose some weight, and then it kind of goes to heck, and I start putting on some weight. But even despite that, even despite not eating well, not exercising, and gaining some weight, I don't hurt. I don't think the two are related enough to do anything about it. Look, if you want to treat yourself kindly and you're doing it out of love and you want to give yourself good food and nutrition, beautiful. But don't do it out of fear for a belief that if you don't do it, you're not going to get well, right? And I'm not a huge proponent of all of the probiotics and gut healing and cleanses and all of that kind of stuff. Look, what does matter as it relates to TMS and gut health is that stress negatively impacts the immune system, period. Which means all of the work that I suggest, particularly the soothing and knowing that your body is fine, and calming your thinking, and stop convincing yourself that you're broken, that stuff matters way more to gut health than any probiotic or vitamin or anything that you could take specifically to heal the gut. I believe the gut knows what to do, the body knows what to do, our bodies can heal itself when we just kind of get out of the way and stop convincing ourselves that we're broken. As it relates to food sensitivities, absolutely stress and fear literally create them. Why? Because when you are stressed out, the digestive system suppresses, saliva production is reduced, digestive enzymes are reduced, and you can end up constipated or diarrhea or any number of things. IBS, absolutely stress related. And stressing out about these stress illnesses just makes things worse. So if you've got anything like digestive issues, any type, reflux all the way through colitis or anything else, your primary goal is to get yourself out of the stress response so that your immune system and digestive system can return to normal function. Does nutrition help? Absolutely. You know, eat healthy foods, cut out the sugars, cut out the carbs. Coffee, it's debatable, but I'm not convinced there's any value to it, and there's probably potential negative side to it. Does that mean you can't get out of pain if you're still drinking coffee or eating sweets? No, that doesn't matter at all, because I believe chronic pain and TMS and our chronic symptoms are as a result of this distraction mechanism that the brain puts into play to protect us from these emotions that the brain has come to believe are dangerous. It has nothing to do with nutrition. Whether I eat sweets today or not, it's not going to impact whether or not my brain decides to turn on this distraction mechanism. I don't believe that matters for you either. So look, again, I don't want to devalue eating healthy. That's a great thing. I don't want to devalue exercise. That's a great thing. But I don't hurt. And I don't exercise much. I should. But there's that should word. I talked about that recently. It would be a good idea for me to exercise better. It would be a good idea for me to cut out the sweets and the carbs. But even though I don't do that, I still don't have pain. So I do believe that the belief system behind TMS, the knowledge, the acceptance that I'm actually okay, there's nothing physically wrong with me that's causing the pains, and the mindset of not caring if I get a twinge or not is way more important than whether or not you eat 100% perfectly. Because the problem with a belief that's surrounding food as it relates to symptoms is that you can become very OCD, very hypervigilant about your foods. You can become very afraid of foods and of eating the wrong thing, that you are literally creating the thing you don't want to happen, which is poor gut health. Why? Because you're so darn anxious about eating perfectly that you're creating the problem you are actually trying to get rid of. The stress and the fear of eating the wrong thing is what creates the reaction in the body that says, oh, that wasn't a good thing. If you fear eating gluten and bread or pasta or sugar or anything, and you eat it with fear, you're gonna probably react to it. Nicole Sachs talks about this. Check out her group, Journal Speak with Nicole Sachs, on Facebook. She's got some podcasts where she talks about food sensitivities. Great resource. Go look her up. But she's had some really great results with just telling people, stop freaking out. Eat what you want. It's the fear of the food that's creating the reaction. And I will absolutely tell you that's true. Fear of medicine does the same thing. Fear of movement does the same thing. It's all TMS, guys. Fear of social situations causes the same thing. Fear of traveling causes pain to spike. Why? Fear is the fuel. So when you realize that you're not broken, and that fear is the bigger problem than any of these other things like movement, food, you don't have to eat perfect, folks. I'm proof in it. I've been off the wagon and eating pretty crappy for probably a solid 6 months. COVID hasn't helped. Been doing a little bit of stress eating, but no pain, right? So, food and nutrition and TMS. I will say that overeating and eating some of the wrong foods and the comfort foods can absolutely be based on emotional eating, stress eating, comfort eating. Sure, that's it. But it's not a problem you have to fix through nutrition. Eat healthy foods because you love yourself, and we get one body to take care of it. But don't do it out of fear that if you don't, you're going to fall apart. Love yourself. Treat yourself kindly. Eat what you want, within reason. I don't want to send you guys off to McDonald's and the ice cream shop 4 times a day. But if you're really fearing eating certain foods, See what happens if you get rid of the fear and eat what you want, knowing that you'll be okay. Our body is really, really an incredible machine that, despite the vast majority of people on this planet not eating perfectly, we all still do fairly well. And anyway, point of the matter is nutrition and TMS. I don't think you need perfect nutrition to end your TMS at all. I don't know. I hope you guys found that useful. It's just my belief on it. Treat yourself kindly. Treat yourself with love, both physically, with some movement, exercise, relaxing, with food. If you like eating healthy, eat healthy. If you like a sweet once in a while, do it. Don't punish yourself. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just treat yourself kindly with love, and know you're not broken. You're really not. You're okay. So let me know what you think. And if you've got comments or a belief that differs from that, or you want to challenge that, great. Comment below. I'm all for open discussion on these topics. These are just my thoughts. So anyway, love you guys and gals. We'll see you in the next video.